Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters, and good afternoon, Fort Wayne. My name is Greg Phelps. I'm the Executive Vice President for the Indiana State Association of Letter Carriers. It's an honor to be here to spend the day with you. We're gathered here today to not just make noise, we're gathered here to make history. We want to fight like hell for something bigger than ourselves, for something that touches every home, every business, every family in the United States of America. It's the United States Postal Service. The 295,000 active and retired letter carriers of the National Association of Letter Carriers have a message that's loud and clear. Hands off the Postal Service. We're not just fighting for our job, we're fighting for the 640,000 postal workers across the country who show up in all kinds of weather, in all neighborhoods, from skyscrapers in New York to the farmlands of Indiana. We're fighting for rural communities who have no private delivery company will go because it's not profitable for them. We're fighting for the 73,000 veterans, and thank you for your service, who have found a second purpose delivering our nation's mail. And we're fighting for the 376,000 pieces of mail that we deliver a day, whether that's prescriptions, paychecks, ballots, or letters from grandma. Let me be clear, any attempt to privatize the Postal Service is a direct threat to us. It's a direct threat to our families and the very idea of the equal access in all zip codes of America. And the consequences of privatization would be devastating. Imagine the impact it would have. Imagine the impact it would have on the 7.9 million Americans who work in the $1.92 trillion mailing industry, whether that's mail envelope makers, stationery makers, stamp, and so on and so forth. Imagine what happens to the 51 million rural addresses when services are slashed and their costs are skyrocketing. Imagine the ripple effect of high prices, rising inflation, and a two-tiered America where only the wealthy people can afford mail service. Let me remind you, the proposals are not just wrong, they're illegal, and they're unconstitutional. The Postal Service is older than the country itself, as the gentleman over here said. It's not a toy for presidents or corporations to play with. For 55 years, the Postal Service has been an independent, self-sustaining public service. And that's exactly what it must remain. We're not just letter carriers, we are carriers of democracy, equity, and community. And we will not sit silently while billionaires try to dismantle what generations of Americans have built and trusted. So I ask you, are you ready to fight for your jobs? Are you ready to fight for your neighbors? Are you ready to fight like hell for the Postal Service? Let them hear you in the boardrooms in Washington, in the back alley offices where they're coming up and cooking up deals to privatize the Postal Service. Let's say it together. Hands off the Postal Service. Hands off the Postal Service. Thank you very much. Solidarity.